That was in the summer.
When they won the FA
was-
Cup.
When they won
That's
the
when we won the FA
when
Cup.
they won the FA Cup.
When we won the FA Cup, yeah, we
my
celebrate
God.
trophies. We
Oh,
celebrate trophies. That's what we do.
So,
Yeah?
listen, man.
Well, you might not know that.
I've
We
seen a
celebrate
couple
trophies.
people in the chat say any house, say any house. That's it.
Go on then, carry on.
Any house, say any house.
Any
Any
house.
house.
Minus three, it's minus three.
Say any house.
These brothers, you know, I can't believe this guy up here, Goodally, is shameless, bro.
Hey,
This is the guy that's
why is
crying
that?
at the league title.
Hashtag any hoes right now.
Crazy.
Any
Any
hoes in the chat. That's all I
hoes,
want to see. No life story.
That's a
Say
vibe still.
any
These guys,
house.
this guy was, he was, Omar Barada, we sold him off Man City. He was talking
Yeah.
about all of
Yeah.
this amazing structure.
And they will come good. And they will come good.
And-
This is the process, mate.
But, okay, Saeed,
Trust the process, mate.
Let's just
Like your
say
club,
this.
trust the
Hold on.
process, mate.
Let's just say this. Hold on.
Trust
Let's
the
just say
process.
this. Hold on. You've backed all of the things you've backed, everything you've backed, even if it was previous, has not come to fruition. Every player, every signing,
You've lost
every
the football
manager,
director, Ornstein Bomber.
nothing
happened?
that you.
You've lost the football director, Andy
United
O'Boyle.
deputy football
Andy
director,
O'Boyle.
Andy O'Boyle.
Yeah, that's it. Influence have to exit. That's what I'm saying, man.
Boy, oh boy.
Leave the club joint, man.
Any house.
Anyway, carry on.
Any house.
Carry on.
Listen,
Never
man,
made
I
a single
think-
point yet. You know
No,
what I mean?
I'm just.
Sorry.
joking.
Let me go. Sorry. Genuinely. Saeed. Obviously, it's funny because I told you your first sack that board fraud would be on match day 3. And it's actually 2 shows ago. It's actually 2-3 shows ago. You know when the Zubimendi drop, you know when the Zubimendi stuff happened, and you're saying I'm washed, and you guys are gonna finish above us, and you're gonna finish 3rd. So if you are sitting there saying you back the board, but you don't back the manager, why were you sitting there saying you were gonna finish 3rd? And
You know what it is? I demand
what
this
possessed you
manager
to say
finishes
such a thing?
3rd. That's what it is. It was a demand.
Jeez.
This
Oh,
manager
it was a demand. It was a demand.
It was a demand. And this
It was a
manager
demand.
spent
Okay.
600 million
Yeah.
since he's been there. I expect this brother to finish 3rd. It's a demand. I don't give a shit about the reality. The demand is that he finishes
now you
3rd.
don't give a shit about reality.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't
that's
give a
fine,
shit
guys.
about reality.
Let's just all go to the
I don't give a
multiverse
shit.
now.
Yeah.
I
Let's go to
demand
the
this manager
multiverse.
finishes
Anything
3rd.
can happen. Is anything possible? Let's just go to the multiverse. Lily, there's nothing really exists anymore. It's just the multiverse.
Yeah.
Nothing cares about reality. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Saeed, since Ten Hag has been in charge, you haven't broke more than 60 goals in the Prem.
Jesus Christ.
You don't score goals. Let's just put that. You
I know
don't
that.
score goals. Yeah. Your defense is either always injured, never there, or crap. So there's that as well. Yeah. What was left of that defense where you came 3rd? Varane's gone back to France and he's injured again. So he's double useless. Casemiro, he's got kebabs. He's got kebab rolls in his calves. He can't move no more. He can't move no more. Thank God he doesn't have a beard. There'll be crumbs in it. He's crap. He's going out like Fabinho. Yeah. The midfield, I told you about that gaping hole in midfield. Yeah. I told you what Gravy Boat was gonna do.
What about
told
Kobe
you
Mainoo? What about
Gravy Boat was
Speak
gonna
about
do
Kobe Mainoo. Once. What about Kobe?
Kobe Minor. Him, the one that runs with a parachute on his back.
Say Kobe
I don't
Minor,
even
bro.
want
The one that ended your season last season. The one that ended your season last season. But go ahead.
Again, and listen, that's the perfect segue, Saeed. It's the perfect segue because after stating the fact that your defense is meaty, you don't score goals, and your midfield has a gaping hole. Now we're here to talk about expectations and what you guys do when you want to seek validation and stuff. Because yes, you've won 2 trophies, and yes, you won that FA Cup. But listen, winning that FA Cup,
next to you, by the way.
I hope that FA Cup was worth it. I hope it's worth every.
It was a beautiful day.
Beating
our local rivals.
Because you lot pay, the working man pays, the working man United fan pays for depression in 2024. And I tell you, that is a fact. If you are not a top red, at Man United, you pay your well-earned money for depression. Half that stadium was empty, and we were doing Olays in the 60th minute. And Joshua Jerksky, yes, Joshua Squirtsy, yeah, absolute bum. That's one of my favorite players, and you've turned another one of my players into a bum. into a bum, and that
After
is all
2
you
games.
do. Now,
After
as
3
I said,
games.
your manager has superpowers. He has superpowers. Do you know why? Because if you man went and played Hackney Wick, he'd probably make their midfield look good as well. Because
Wow.
that's all you do. I've watched 3 games for Liverpool this season, and the easiest game was Manchester United. And one of my fixtures was Ipswich Town. One of my fixtures was Brentford at home. But the easiest game was Manchester United. Manchester United. You make any, and the worst thing is, and I'm going to go back to what I said, standards. I came on this show, I got on Never a Foul, I went on Rance's show, I've spoken about it on many shows now, even my own. When you beat Fulham 1-0, you man were going on like Jesus had just walked on water again or some shit like that.
No. Do you remember? We're top of the league. We're top of the league. We're top of the league.
I have man telling me, show me the league table. These man scored in the 86th, 7th minute
this
against
is a cookie.
Fulham.
It's fine. It's fine. Because this guy thinks that slot's taken somewhere. It's kind. Let him.
Hey, I'm just observing, innit?
I got receipts for later.
You man were twerking because you man popped a couple of triangles and missed some sitters. Because you man ain't seen no good football in 3 years, blood. That's why you man played well against Liverpool in pre-season, still lost 3-0, and you wanted to take those positives into September the 1st. Well, the scoreline was the same, and those little triangles you were talking about, well, we didn't see them. We can't see them. You try to change, you make every game a basketball match, and all you do is act like you're sitting on a
You're not winning the league this year. You don't win the league this year.
You don't.
No. To do that. It's got nothing to do that. It's got nothing to do
the league this year.
It's got nothing to do that.
Ask me questions. Stop.
No. What are you man doing? Slot ball is cooking, right? You man win the league. Because Arsenal ain't doing shit.
We don't need to
do something.
We are not talking about my manager right now.
No, but what were you doing? You're talking all this bollocks.
This was the ball.
Arsenal can see the title.
You man thought you were done with
the league, yes or no?
Are you challenging? Saeed, you man thought you were done playing 3-1-6. You are still playing 3-1-6. Yeah, because when Kobe Mainoo got the ball, when he looked up, who did he see? No one wrote. There was no one. No one.
So what's going on then? What's going on from this then? Where are we headed towards? Where are we headed towards? Where's this slot ball headed towards?
I'm going to finish in a second. Saeed, I'm going to finish in a second. So you can ask some questions. You can ask some questions. Now, please, going forward, do not ask me questions. Do not look me in the eye. Do not speak to me. Don't even breathe the same air as me. In fact, for the rest of the show, hold your breath. Hold your breath. Hold
We're getting the Carabao Cup final treatment.
Hold your breath. You know why?
Get back to your box because I can't be standing this backup dancer chatting shit.
You know what I mean?
This backup dancer, chatting rubbish, mate. Stay where you are, man. I'm sick of this guy.
Does anyone know what the aggregate score between Liverpool and Man United is in the last 10 games?
I know. It's
I'm guessing 42-7.
I'm taking guesses. Keep going. I'm taking guesses.
42-7?
No. Last 10 games.
Does anyone know how many Premier Leagues they have in the last 30 years?
Kingsman, you got it.
Does anybody know?
29-7.
Put it in the chat.
Does anybody know?
Wow.
The last how many Premier Leagues they have in the last 30 years? Anybody know in the chat?
Don't beg.
Does anybody know?
You know what? Apparently they're calling it.
How many Premier Leagues do Liverpool have in the last 40 years?
Old Trafford. They're calling it Old Trafford.
How many, man, guys? How many?
Is that true?
Is it one?
It's called
One Premier League.
Are they calling it Old Trafford?
Wow, man.
Listen,
it's crazy, man. You can have all the records. You can have all these records, man. But the biggest record is that you, man, have won Premier League in 30 years. That's the best record.
Yeah,
that's the record that sticks in my mind. You can have this media record.
That's great.
You can have the record. I generally, honestly, like, you can have the record. But the biggest record that sticks is that you've got one Premier League in 30 years. And you won't stick your chest out that you're going to do something this season. For all this talk, where's your chest? Where's your chest after all this talk? What are you doing this year? What are Liverpool on this year? Are you man on smoke? Because you can't have this energy and not be on smoke. You've got to have energy.
Liverpool.
What are you doing this year? What's slot ball doing this year? I need to know where the energy is landing.
Liverpool are the most.
Because I'm not hearing but we didn't sign many players, guys. Oh, guys, we only bought Chiesa. Oh, sorry. I need to know where this is landing. Where are you man going?
What's my favorite saying? It's all fun and games
Boy,
until
oh
a
boy.
ball gets
Hey,
kicked.
All
where
I
you man
said,
going?
Fun and games
all,
until
all
the
I
ball
said,
gets kicked.